So continuing on with the idea of getting around Illustrator, I want to talk about a little bit about what the new document means and all the different options that it gives you. So if you go up to File and New, or you can see the little shortcut here is Command N. So I'm going to do that, Command N, or Control N if you're on a PC. And you can see it has the name of the document. Let's just call this test. Now, nothing really happens with this until I actually hit save inside of Illustrator. So the number of artboards means I'll show you. I'll do it as 1 and then I'll do it as 3, and then we can kind of compare. Your size here is just fairly normal. Sometimes your default, now I've been working in this, so it's switched to inches. Sometimes your default is points, and you can see 612 by 792. Right? We don't want that. We want to work in inches, so just switch that over to inches. Right, so the bleed, we'll get into that a little bit later, but that's really the kind of extra that goes beyond the page for printing purposes. There's an advanced tab here. You can stick in CMYK mode, raster effects, all that you can kind of keep as default. That's pretty much it to start, so we're going to go ahead and do OK. And you can see we get our one board, and it's called test. And then when I save it, that's the name it'll be. So let's go to another new document, and let's say artboards 3. Think about if you had multiple pieces of paper, and let's say I want all 3 to go in a row. Right now it's saying the spacing is 0.28 between them, which is fine, but columns there's 2. So I would have 2 next to each other and then 1 underneath. Well, I want them all right next to each other, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And you can kind of just change how they're arranged. And now I'm going to do OK, and you can see now I have my 3 basically pieces of paper, which is really nice. It's a really nice effect inside of Illustrator for that. So incidentally, if I decide here and I say, you know what, I'd like a 4th, but you've already done some beautiful artwork on here. Let's see, you've done this beautiful shape that goes across everything here. You said I really would like a 4th here. So if you go up into Document Setup, and then let's do Edit Artboards, you can say I'd like a new artboard. Right? And you can kind of put that now wherever you kind of want. What's nice about this is, let's say this 4th one is a different size. Well, now I have 3 documents and then a 4th one that's a little bit smaller. So if you're doing different versions of things, it's nice to have a smaller artboard if you need to. And just to get out of it, you can just hit the selection tool and we're done. So that's just a little bit about getting around in Illustrator and creating a new document.